The last step in the life cycle of a statute is the revival. Revival means getting a repealed or an expired statute back into effect. If an expired or a repealed statute is to be revived, then a specific act has to be passed by the legislature for its revival. It can be a simple act which specifies that such and such statute has been revived, or it can be a little elaborate, mentioning any changes to the revived statute, clarifying whether the old statute is revived fully or partially. This revival act will have to follow the same steps as any other act passed by the Parliament or the state legislature. Section 7 of the General Clauses Act deals with the revival of statutes, and it says the same thing, that if an act or a statute is to be revived, then a new act or a statute has to be passed to do so. This revival of acts is not being done frequently these days. The normal process is to pass a new act which includes the required provisions of the old act. For example, the Prevention of Terrorism Act, that is POTA, which was enacted in 2002, was repealed in 2004. Later on, some of the provisions of the POTA were revived through the Unlawful Activities Prevention Amendment Act in 2008, and it was added into the UAPA Act of 1967. Practically speaking, if the process of reviving an old act is taking the similar amount of time and effort as passing a new act, then it makes sense to just pass a new act itself, after including the provisions that you want to revive from the old act.